What is up guys, Faded here and welcome back to the channel for another video, and today we're going to be gaming on the Lenovo Y700 and we're going to be playing Battlefield 4. Now this laptop has a GTX 960M, an Intel i7 6700HQ, and that is clocked at 2.6 gigahertz. These are all going to be using stock values and no overclocking, just so I can show you exactly what you are going to get if you actually do purchase this PC. Also, I'm using an external capture card to record, so these frames that you see here are exactly what you would get. We're going to go ahead and start with ultra settings, and we're just going to use the presets here. I mean, we could go back and forth with MSAA and stuff like that, but it's best to just use presets because everybody understands presets and it's not too complicated, and it kind of gives you a basis for everything. So now if you take a look at the top left, you will see the FPS counter at the top very left, and down below that you're going to be able to see the CPU usage as well as the temps on each core. So that first number about in the middle right is how much of the CPU is actually being used, and the four numbers after that are actually the temperature on each core. Now obviously the number at the bottom is actually the GPU temperature, which will tell you how hot your GPU is getting, which I'm pretty surprised about the temps that we're getting right here. These are really nice. But anyways, our FPS right now is somewhere around 40 to the 45 range. It does dip into the 30 sometimes, so that's not really what we want. We have a 60 hertz monitor here, so we at least want to get 60 FPS. So with this frame right here, we don't really like it. Let's go ahead and knock it down to high settings. Alright, so after knocking it down to high settings, we can see that it does jump way up into the 60 range, but it does dip below 60 sometimes, but I don't think you'll be able to notice it unless like a big explosion happens or something like that. But still, even then, you might not even notice it and it might not bother you, and just when you're running around and stuff, you can see that it stays well within 60. But let's go ahead and take a look at another map, a much smaller map like Operation Locker. Alright, so on Operation Locker, we're going to go ahead and start off at ultra settings just like we did before, and you can see straight off the bat that we're getting just about the same as what we got on the much larger map. Now this is also a 64 slot server, but it's a much tighter map, not as much going on, but the inside textures are actually keeping it down to about what we got on the much larger map. But I am noticing just a slightly lower, actually. It's actually just a little bit lower than what it was on the larger map. So let's go ahead and knock it down to high again and see how well that compares. Alright, so we've got it down on high settings, and you can see that it looks basically the same as it did on a larger map, but you can also tweak the settings a little bit to get it just a little bit more boost if you would like. But I think these settings are great, and I think these will be best for gaming right here. So high settings on the GTX 960M on the Lenovo Y700. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know down in the comments what other games you would like to see, and please let me know soon. I will not have this computer long, and as always, be sure to like the video, comment, and subscribe, and you guys have a good one.